Hello and welcome to episode 17 of my survival Minecraft Let's Play. I am Iwat and we are here in the place that we built in the previous episode because right now I just feel like doing some more building. And in order to do that, I have already prepared some stuff up the stairs here, over here, because as you can see, we are building the exact same thing as we did in the previous episode. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to do some building. And after that, I feel like I want to go to the Nether. Can we please play the intro? Alright, as I just explained to you, I have already done some off-camera work and I constructed the floor of a room that is essentially just a copy of a room that we built in the previous episode. And now you might be wondering, Iwat, why haven't you just built the entire room then if it's just a copy of what you did in the previous episode? And the answer to that is that I have this fear, perhaps I'm a bit paranoid in that front, but I have this fear of being accused of cheating, and I kind of want to prove that I do everything legit in survival here, and that's why you will see me do more stuff on camera than off camera. Anyway. Now, you might be wondering, why haven't you done everything on camera then? And the answer to that is I tried doing that, but in building this, we collided with the redstone of our wool farm here, where we are right now. And in order to fix that, that was just a mess. And I have absolutely no idea how I am supposed to coherently explain to you how I essentially solved the redstone here. Everything works still exactly the same as it used to before, but now we just have a floor that like halfway collides with the redstone here, and that's just a fun thing to build, actually. Alright, let's actually get to completing that room now, because of course that's what we are going to do first. So what we are going to do is we are going to copy this and essentially paste it over here. And I'm going to start with the walls. Well, I don't think it is possible to become completely transparent and 100% prove that I do everything legit. Especially not in the way that I did it in the previous episode and in this episode, because of course there are still some cuts in my building. And in between those cuts there is a lot of off-camera work. And I mean, all of the resource gathering is left out because that is less interesting to watch. And inherently, I think I have to get over it, because I don't think that's a bad thing. I think the only way to really solve it is if I would live stream everything, but I don't feel like doing that because I feel like I want to stick to videos like this. And yeah, let's see what it gets. And I am going to skip a little more, or I am going to try to skip a little more in this second time we build the same thing, rather than show everything on camera. I also think that what I just said inherently means that you, the audience, has to somewhat trust me on my word that I do everything legitimately in survival. Now, if I'm honest with you, I have that feeling that I talked about a minute ago, but I don't think that's too difficult, because I do think that the general opinion in the audience is, yeah, Iwat is doing everything correctly, so why am I worried about that? I have absolutely no idea. And you can see that in some of the previous episodes as well, because I often complain about not knowing what is too boring to skip and what is relevant to show to you. But anyway, here we are again, and I think it will happen once more in the future. I think I just have to get over it. I just have to get over the fact that I cannot prove completely to you that I am doing everything legitimately. And perhaps by practicing like this, it will be better in the future. Alright, I have built the walls of this thing, and they are way less noticeable than in the other one. Perhaps because the pillars are way higher and they take up much more space in the room. And while building these walls, I actually realized something, and that is that when designing the other one, I completely didn't account for something, and that is the height that you require to actually get on those pillars. Because at the highest one here, we are kind of getting close to the limit here. But it's fine, we still have some headspace. Because if you jump up there with a horse, of course you need some space above your head, because otherwise you'll hit your head in the ceiling, and that's not fun. But speaking about the ceiling, I think it's time to build the ceiling, and I think building the ceiling will be easier if we do it from the top rather than from this side. While building on this, I actually realized how stupid this is. I mean, I'm doing the exact same thing as I was doing in the previous episode, so if you've watched the previous episode, you've already seen this, so why would you even bother watching this one then? We gotta milk that content, goddammit. The room has been completed. Both the ceiling and the back wall have been put in place. And now there is only one question that remains. And that is, what is Iward going to build behind this back wall? Because last episode he surprised us with a surprise cactus farm, and that means that we do not know what he is going to build this time. Because will it be a surprise farm again? Yes, it will be a surprise farm again. It will be a chicken farm, and I think I am first going to build it completely and then afterwards show you how it works. The simple chicken farm has been built. And to show you how it works, I think I should first go up here. And we should start over here. Right now there are 2 baby chickens in there, simply because we didn't have any more eggs, and eventually I should add more chickens in there, and those should be grown-up chickens. They are sitting on top of a hopper. And that hopper points into this dispenser right here. And that dispenser is facing into a slab right here, as you can see behind the glass. And above that slab there is lava. Now the idea is that the chickens in this top chamber thing will lay eggs, and those eggs will go into the dispenser. The dispenser will then shoot those eggs, producing baby chickens on the slab. Now, because baby chickens are smaller than full chickens, and baby chickens are smaller than 1/2 of a block tall, the baby chickens will be sitting in here on the slab, and they will not be burned by lava. But once they grow up, they will become big enough so that they touch the lava and they will burn to death. Then they will die, and their drops will get picked up by the hopper below, and it will funnel into the chests. And that's basically the entire mechanism. There is some things that I should explain to you. So behind here is the mechanism to make the dispenser fire if there is items inside of it. So we have this thing. So we have a block with a torch into a block, a repeater block, and then below that redstone dust, and then a repeater and back into the torch. Now if we unpower the block with the redstone torch, this will start cycling. Let me jump up here so you can see. So it will start looping around like that. And if we power this, we force this torch to be off so it stops cycling around. And what we then do is we use a comparator behind this dispenser to check whether or not there is items in there. So for example, if there is an egg in there, this will get powered. And that will mean that this torch will unpower itself. And usually that would mean that this then unpowers and this whole thing starts. And from that cycling thing, we then take power to, of course, shoot things in the dispenser here. So if I, for example, do this, as you can hear, it shoots those items out. And it will stop once it is empty. Yeah, there we go. It should stop when it is empty. Hello? Oh yeah, of course. Right now, it's not doing that, though, because it is turned off. And we can see that in the front here, because the light is off. Yeah, and we flip it, of course, by pressing the button. Yeah, now it is dispensing those items. And when it is on, the light is on, and whatever I put in here will simply get dispensed and end up into the hoppers. Right. The way we turn it off or on is using this thing with 2 sticky pistons here. So on this block on the other side is the button. Then we go repeater, sticky piston block, sticky piston redstone block. And what this does is every single time you press the button, this redstone block swaps position. So like look carefully where it is right now. If I press it, it will swap to the other position. And if I press it again, it will swap again to its original position and it will go back and forth. This is called a T flip-flop, and it does exactly the same as the construction with 2 droppers and a barrel that we had earlier. And using this, we can then, you know, keep track of which state the farm is on. So if it is in this position, the redstone block, the farm is on, and then we run a redstone wire directly from the redstone block into the light to indicate that the farm is on. And that makes sense because if we break this, you can see this can get unpowered. So if that torch right there empowers, this whole line empowers. Whereas if we turn the farm off, the redstone block swaps to the other position. And now this redstone line is always powered, disabling the cycling thing. And yeah, I think with that I have explained practically everything. Let's place in those 5 eggs and let's do one last demonstration, because I feel like I did not do a great job at demonstrating what that does. Let's listen carefully. It should fire exactly 5 times. There we go. All right. And yeah, so oh yeah, we got a baby chicken. Great demonstration. So as you can see, it's fine in there, and when it grows up it will die and it will end up in the chests. All right, I have brought a horse down here because we have built these fancy pillars, and I have only briefly mentioned what their use is. You can use these things in order to measure the jump height of a horse. And that's of course why I brought a horse here. Let's actually measure the jump height of this horse. I've been playing around with it a little bit, and I estimate its jump height to be around the high pillars of the orange section here. So let's see if it can make this jump, if I can time it correctly. Yeah, there we go. So we can make it up to this pillar. Can we make it up to this one? Oops, and I have to not mess up the timing. There we go. And can we make it up to the high one? Yes, we can. So now we have determined that our horse can make it up to the highest of the orange pillars. So now we have to try the yellow pillars over here. Let's see if it can make this jump. It can. Oh, that actually surprises me. Can it make this jump? Oh, if I can nail the timing, we can see. Oh yeah, there we go. That was a maxed one. So this horse cannot make this jump, but it can make this jump. So that means that we have found the max jump height of this horse. And this means that we can now sort our horses according to jump height, and then we can breed a horse that can, of course, jump as high as this, I think. Also, fun fact, I think to get a maximal jump of a horse, you don't have to get the timing exactly right. I think if you get it into the orange, you will always get a max jump. You don't have to time it exactly so your bar fills up all the way. I think if you get it like partially in the orange, you will also get a maxed out jump. Don't ask me why I just built a crazy horse jump measuring device here. I mean, you could argue that there are a lot of things that we can still do in our world that are more important towards progression. For example, we don't have netherite tools yet, or we haven't built an iron farm or a gold farm. But I don't really care. I mean, I just feel like I want to do a lot of stuff with horses in this world. over here, across the thing that we just built, we still have a blank stone wall. And this is what we will be fixing next. Now, what do you think I will be building here? It is something that is missing from our base that every single base needs quick and easy access to. It's not a storage room, it's not an enchantment setup because we have that over there. It's not an exit or an entrance because that is this. So what do you think it is? I may or may not have spoiled it in the beginning of the episode. It will be a nether portal. And in order to do that, I am essentially going to just copy the top part of this and just replace this bottom section with a nether portal. I have copied the ceiling and the walls from the thing down there over here. And we have a large gap left here. On the left we just have some utility stuff. I think I am going to change that chest with a ender chest. And on the right here we have a button that I plan on installing a mechanism to turn our nether portal on or off. Which is again a little bit of redstone. But now I had to decide whether or not we make like a huge nether portal or just a small one. And I think I am going to go for a small one rather than a big one because I think a big one will feel a little bit out of place. Alright, I kind of like this design, so I am going to roll with this one. So now it only remains to hook up this button to make it turn on and off. The redstone for the nether portal has been put in place. Let's demonstrate it. So if we press this button, the nether portal will light. And if we press this button again, the nether portal will turn off. Now let's dig into here and let's show you how it works behind the scenes. So on that block right there, that is the block with the button. So if you press the button, this redstone dust right here will light up. And then we go into this contraption, which we also saw in the chicken farm. And that means that this redstone block right here will switch between the position it is in right now and the position of this purple concrete. Let's actually show that. If we press the button, it will swap, and if we press the button again, it will come back. It might not be very clear to see from that angle. Anyway, if we power this, that means that, wait, let's actually show that. If we power this, this repeater right here set to its 3 tick length, will go on and off very quickly. And both it turning on and turning off will trigger this observer, and that means that this dispenser right here will get powered twice. And that is necessary because there is the water bucket in here, so that means if we power this, we extinguish the portal. So if we do this, we dispense the water, and very quickly after that we pick it back up. Yeah, alright. And if we swap the position of the redstone block like this, it powers the other redstone line, and that just straight goes to the dispenser with the flint and steel. Because if we power this, it just ignites the portal, and it doesn't matter if this dispenser stays powered, it will only shoot once. And this redstone wire also goes to the lamp to indicate that the portal is on, even though you can clearly see it, but I like to add lamps like that at my buttons. We have to be a little bit careful here, because originally I had the redstone for the lamp going up here above the piston and then to the lamp. But that can cause some problems, because having redstone above pistons can sometimes make them behave weirdly. Yeah, I think I explained everything, so let's fix all the holes that I dug, and with that, our nether portal is finished. Through the portal in the nether, we come out over here, and the old nether portal is up there. That obsidian right there is the old nether portal. And of course, all of these stone bridges are things that we have built earlier. Now, there's a whole smorgasbord of reasons why we would want to come to the Nether, so let's quickly go over the list together. We want to do some bartering with piglins, basically trading in gold for a lot of other things. We want to mine for ancient debris, because we do not have netherite yet. We want to get more wither skulls to get more beacons. We want to set up a gold farm, and there's probably a couple other reasons. We want to construct a proper nether hub to cross long distances in our world. Yeah, so as you can hear, there are a lot of reasons, and today I want to first focus on getting more wither skeleton skulls, because we now have like a proper place for a permanent beacon in our base, in our storage system, and I kind of want a mobile beacon alongside that. Alright, we are at a nether fortress, of course, because that's where you get those guys to get the skulls from. And the strategy that we are going to use is bring a beacon to get more beacons. So I brought our beacon and a bunch of emerald blocks here so we can install it here somewhere. And then we get some potion effects from that. I think I'm going to go for strength from the beacon or regeneration, I'm not sure yet. And then using that we should get those skulls quite easily. Alright, I got myself some strength and regeneration, because strength 1 is enough to one-shot the skeletons and the zombie pigmen. And with this, I think it will be fairly easy to get myself some wither skeleton skulls. Right now, I think I'm just going to show you some short clips of me getting some wither skeleton skulls. For multiple reasons. We are already quite far into the episode, and we've already done this. And once again, you kind of just have to trust me that I do everything legit here. But yeah, let's do this. Let's get some skulls here. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see in my hotbar, I have obtained 3 wither skeleton skulls. But I have also obtained something else. I have obtained a 0 durability stone sword. If you remember something from a very long time ago, I don't remember which episode it was, at one point we got a 0 durability bow as well. So I want to demonstrate that you cannot obtain this in the regular way. So if we find something that we can hit with this sword, let's actually try and hit the ghast. You can see, oh, oops, I made a mistake. I used the wrong sword. Of course, the 0 durability sword is going to break. But, yeah, wait. Let's get out of sight of this ghast. So, I wanted to demonstrate that this 1 durability sword also breaks when I swing with it. But now it's kind of irrelevant because I also lost the 0 durability swords. Kinda sad about that, not going to lie. Right, now those 3 wither skulls are not the only reason that we came to the Nether, as I already explained to you. I have brought a whole bunch of beds here because I want to mine for some ancient debris. Right now we are at the lava level here, of the lava ocean in the Nether. Our Nether portal is up there somewhere. From what I understand, ancient debris is more common if we go lower down. And we are, of course, going to use the explosions of these beds to mine for ancient debris. And I think this is going to be very annoying because there is a lot of lava here. Maybe we can avoid that by going straight a little bit. Oops, I was very scared of that magma block right there. Let me find a good area to do some mining for ancient debris, and when I found one, I'll get you back. Okay, so the way this works is you place down the bed, so there is no direct line between the bed and your feet, and then you right click on the bed to sleep, making it explode like this. And then you reveal a whole bunch of blocks, and then you just check if there is ancient debris revealed. And I think in this case there isn't, which is actually very likely, because ancient debris is just extremely rare. So, there we go. Oh, the first bed, ladies and gentlemen, already revealed 1 ancient debris. That's actually really nice. Alright, that's actually very unlikely, I think. I was just about to explain that it was very unlikely. Usually, while I am mining for ancient debris, I like to keep my F3 screen open to keep an eye on our Y level, as I have right now. However, I don't like doing that on the iWat channel, because I use a mod to make our F3 screen more clean and easy to read, and I am a bit scared that some people might get confused by that and why theirs looks different. That is why I don't like to open it in my videos. So for now we are going to keep it closed, and we found some more ancient debris here. There we go. Alright. But there is something else that I want to talk about here. While I was making this episode, which is why you only hear me talk about it right now towards the end of the episode, something incredible happened. And the thing that happened is that the iWat channel has gotten 100 subscribers, ladies and gentlemen. It has happened. The iWat channel that you are watching right now has over 100 subscribers. And you have no idea what feelings that invokes in me. That is just... I don't really have words for it. 100 subscribers is already more than 10 times the amount that I ever expected to get in the first place. So, yeah, there's just not really anything to say about it except thank you. Thank you to every single one of you that watches this video and the other videos, in fact. I mean, 100 subscribers is amazing. That means that somehow the things that I am doing are appealing to you, the audience. Somehow 100 people have decided that I am worth their time. I am worth to be watched, and that's just amazing. Yeah, I am very happy about that. Oh, we found some more ancient debris here. There we go. Yeah, so again, with the ancient debris, we are faced with the dilemma. Is this boring enough to skip and repetitive enough to skip, or is this still relevant stuff that you, the audience, would like to see? And again, I don't really know what I should do with it. I feel like I should keep some of it in the video, as I am doing right now, but I also feel like it is fair to skip quite a lot of it, because it's quite repetitive and I don't think this is the most interesting stuff to watch. Oh, there's more ancient debris on the ceiling here. While I am doing some more ancient debris mining here, it is probably time to end the episode, because I think this one is actually going to be quite long already. And of course, that brings me to the fact of the video. And the fact of this video is that by volume, a human emits more energy in radiation than the sun does. I hope you enjoyed this video. I also hope that I can see you again in the next episode. And I would like to thank you for watching. All 100 of you, because apparently there is 100 of you. Yeah. Goodbye, and as always, keep wondering.